Hello guys, good morning, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's a little cloudy in Trivandrum, but I'm enjoying the weather. By the way, the domestic T20 season has started. I mean, after much speculations, I mean, they were thinking about, whether the Ranji Trophy format should be going on or the T20 format should be, or they should do with the Vijay Hazare Trophy. Eventually, I think IPL is a huge tournament which brings in a lot of big money and eyeballs, and the IPL auctions are all actually close by. So maybe they decided to go with the T20 format game, which is the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Kerala played their first match yesterday night against Pondicherry. On paper, at least, Kerala looked like a much better side, but Pondicherry really played well. And yes, I was particularly impressed by the way they actually fielded and the intent they showed on the field. But before that, most of the team had actually played just one match. We're just waiting for their second round of matches today, and there's a marquee match there. Karnataka will be taking on Punjab. I'll be watching that game live, and you can actually watch this space. Once the match is over, we'll talk about that game, because there are some huge names in both the lineups there, in Punjab and both in Karnataka. But let's talk about the Kerala game. All eyes was actually on Sreesanth. I mean, he was making a huge comeback of sorts, wasn't he, after a gap of like 7 years? See, he was actually keeping himself very fit. He was, I think, in a good space also, because he had a lot of things to actually worry about. He even contested an election in the meanwhile, and all those things happened. But I think he was actually hitting the gym. But the thing is, being all muscular and, being in good shape is a different thing from what match fitness brings in. We could actually make that out by the way he was bowling, because he was tole and all those pumped up irons and all in his arms. But you can make out that you will need a little bit more of match practice, and really not just bowling in the nets, and actually playing the real game will actually do him a lot of good. So if Kerala can make it deep in this tournament, proceed to the next rounds, probably go deep in the tournament, then I think Sreesanth will improve, and the more matches he plays, he will regain his perfect rhythm, because he was not trying to bend his back. That kind of attitude was not there, but he was actually working on the same positions and actually putting the ball in the right places. He still has that, he has lost a lot of his pace, but once his rhythm and fitness, and when he starts bending his back once in a while, at least for 2 deliveries in an over, that will be a totally different ball game, hopefully. So we'll have to wait and watch. But he was okay. I mean, it was not the Sreesanth of all, because I thought Basil Thambi had that fire. I mean, I liked the way when Basil Thambi was coming in and running in and bowling, and also the bowlers from Pondicherry's side. Achit, I mean, loved the intensity that he was bringing in. He was bowling in with good pace and also in good line and good length. So Pondicherry, I mean, you guys really made a good match out of it, and this should be a very interesting series, because T20 is such a format that anything can happen. Now, another thing that we all were actually looking at was how Sanju Samson was coping up. He played pretty decent. He was very slow, uncharacteristically slow to get started, because usually what we see is Sanju Samson is like Rajinikanth. The first scene itself is a mass scene where all the villains are thrown out of the window. But he was actually going for a very slow and matured thought. It was okay, because he has that hitting capacity that he can hit sixes as well at will once he gets his eye in, which is not a bad thing to do, Sanju. So if you feel like hitting it, go for it. But I would say take a few balls, 3 to 4 balls, just knock it around, go for the singles, and then, because Sanju has the capacity to accelerate at any point in time, which is fantastic. Now, Sachin Baby is a fabulous player. Make no mistake about that. I think the way Sachin Baby was playing, he did not make a huge score, but the way he was actually playing actually gave me the idea that he could be having a very good series. And Kerala has 3 wicket-keeper batsmen. Vishnu Vinod is a good batsman, Mohammad Azharuddin is a very good batsman, and Sanju Samson obviously is a known and more established name in the lineup. I think it would be a good chance for the Kerala players, especially these 3 players who are wicket-keeper batsmen. They're all good, they're all attacking batsmen. They could actually, if with good performances under their belt, could actually make a good case for maybe at least to play in the IPL regularly for a good side. So that's all in play. So hats off to Pondicherry. Loved the intensity in the field that you guys showed, but Kerala managed to escape through because their bowlers actually restricted Pondicherry to a decent score. So that's about it. Looking forward to today's match, and until we meet again, this is RJ Vishnu signing off. Peace, over and out. Oh, remember, after the match, which is Punjab versus Rajasthan, we'll see again. Peace.